Hello and welcome to the Daily Gas for July 4th, 2025, called One Way Border by Clover. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Across each border between two of the 3x3 regions, either every digit is greater than its neighbor in the adjacent region, or every digit is less than its neighbor in the adjacent region. So what does that mean? Well, if you take a look here, let's just actually take this entire set of cells. This is going to be the digits 2, 3, 6. So let's just throw those down, 2, 3, 6. All right. Either across this border here, right, this thing between the two 3x3s, either these are all greater than these digits here. So I guess with the 2, this would be 1, 3 would be 2, and then 6, this would just be, I guess, 5, 4, this would be 3. So this would be a valid way to fill this out because all of these digits are less than this. If this was instead 7, then this would break because this is less than this is less than this, but this is greater than this. So obviously we can also do it in the opposite direction. This could be 4 and this could be, let's say, 8. And that would be a valid way to fill this out. Hopefully that made sense. Those are the rules. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so right off the bat here, 1s and 9s are going to be very helpful along borders. Why is that the case? Well, of course, they'll indicate that the thing next to it either has to be greater than or less than, respectively. So 1 needs greater on this side, right? So 8 is going to be 9, 7 is going to be 8. This will be less than, so 2 will be 1 here. 4 will be 3 because it can't be 1, 2. Then 9, 6, 9, just Sudoku. Obviously, this 9 tells us what? That this will be the greater side, so this will be less than, which gives us a lot of options. I guess I could have figured that out also by considering 2, 3, 6 is less than and less than, but we stepped away from that. From here, what else are we looking for? We need 5, 6, and 7. Where any of those would satisfy these conditions here, though, 6, 7 does give us 5 by Sudoku, so this is a 6, 7 pair, which we can't resolve using our high-low rules. Let's just jump down to the bottom here, because once again, I see a 1. It must be greater, then which means this must be 9. Then, less than, that could be 3 or 2 here. It could be 2, 3, or 4 here. There's options. Obviously greater than in this direction, which 5, 6, 7 is always going to work there. Oh, but 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 will always be here, greater than the 3. So that means this has to be 2, because it has to be less than 4, and it can't be 1 or 3. So that's something. Then, what am I not considering here? Obviously 2, 3, 6 can still work in either direction. The second we get 7 down this column, though, that isn't in one of these 3 cells, we would be able to do it in the opposite direction. But for now, we're fine. And 5, 6, 7 5 could still, yeah, 5, 6, 7 could still be less. That still works. This being 7, for example, could leave us with 6 or 2 here. So there's options. This is greater than. Oh, it can't be 7, 8, or 9. Hello. This is going to be 6. And 6 gives us 6. That gives us the 4 because we were looking at the 4 between these two. 4 now goes here, which means we know it's less than. 4, this will be 2, 3. This has a ton of options. anything that will go in the row here will be less than 9. So what are we missing? We know this has to be greater than, so this can't be 1, for example. So 1 has to go there. And then the 5, 8 we're missing is easily resolvable. This will be 8. This will be 5. Obviously, this has to be greater, so then this is going to be 8 or 9. But then 2 goes in one of these two cells. Huh. Well, actually, 2, 3, 8. 8 just very simply goes there, and the 2 gives us 3 gives us 2. Off by a digit there. Across, we need 5 and 3, which gives us a, either way, a 3 in the corner with a 5 here. This is going to be 7. Across, we are missing 2 and 1, which is not going to get resolved anytime soon here. Oh, interesting. This being 5, 6, 7, which means this can't be greater because 7 would require 8 or 9, and neither of these can be 8 or 9. So 5, 6, 7 must be less than, which means the 5 has to have a 2 or 4 next to it. Why is that necessarily helpful? It isn't really, because we already knew 2, 4 had to go here, which satisfies all of 5, 6, or 7. I should say any of 5, 6, or 7. So then the question is where does the 7 in the column go? 7 definitely has to go here, because if it didn't, then we wouldn't have a way to have something less than that, which means the 6 in the column goes with the 7, and then the 6, 5 can exchange the 2, 4 pretty nicely. Ah, and this can't be greater than because 8 would require 9, so it must be less than, which means this is 1, this is 2. Um, we said we don't know, but we do because 4, 6 means this is 7. And then the 5, 6, like I said, is interchangeable, but... Oh, no, sorry. It is fully interchangeable because 5, 6 are all greater than 4. We looked at that with the 4 and the 3. Greater than 8, 9 pair, so really not that helpful. 3, 5, 7. Ah, 2, 3, 5, 7. Second. It'll be 2, 3, one of these two cells. The 5, 7. That means the 3, 5, and then the 6, 7. Hmm. Sorry, I just don't think that's resolvable right now. Maybe there's something I'm missing there that makes it so, but I don't see it. Ah, well, I do see it now. 2, 3, 6 here means this can't be 1, 2, or 3 because 3 will be in one of these two cells. So this is going to be a 4. Why that's helpful is it gives us a 4 here. Obviously, the 1, 2 is still not resolved, but maybe 1, 2, and 7 now is. It is. I wasn't even paying attention. We've had that since the start. That's just basic Sudoku. Did I have that here as well that I was missing? 9, 4, 1. I have had that since the beginning. Don't worry about me, folks. One day I will learn, but as I say, today is not that day. Here, this isn't impacted, so it must be Sudoku that helps us here. I'll say this isn't impacted by our border rules. Here we need 3, 7. So that'll give us 3 here, 7 here. No double 3 into the corner. Then the 5 and 8 will go like this because we got to complete the column as well. Greater than, right? So that instantly eliminates 2 and 3 from here. This will be 2, this will be 3. 2 gives us 2. Says this has to be the 3, right? Oh, wait, no. Yes, it does because the other ones need the thing like directly above it. I think that's correct. Let's finish off the column here with our 8. From the row, we need the 9. We have maintained all that. Greater than, so what is it? It's the 5, 6 that I'm still not able to resolve. For some reason, we still need the 9. And we're done with that. There we go. Just Sudoku. 3, 6 thanks to the 3. That means this will be 7. This will be 5. That gives us 8 in the center. And then our 5, 6 finishes us off in 9 minutes and 49 seconds with One-Way Border by Clover. So, hopefully you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.